Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Straight Shooting Sports Talk, and I'm your host, Dujane Bland. We're talking NFL. It's what we like to do around here. And today we're talking about the Sunday night matchup against the 9-0 Chiefs and the 8-1 Broncos. Chiefs arguably have the best defense in the league. And you can call Alex Smith whatever you want, game manager, whatever. The guy's getting the job done along with his sidekick in the backfield, Jamal Charles. Doing an excellent job. Now, yes, they do have a little bit of a situation over there with Dwayne Bowe getting arrested, but he is slated to start in the Sunday night game against the Broncos. Now, Denver doing what they do best, playing solid football. They may not always be that great on defense, but we know Peyton Manning puts up points and gets the job done. He's a little gimp. Said he was a little sore after last week's game, but we know Peyton's pretty resilient. And the fact is, Peyton just doesn't like to get hit, and he's getting hit a little bit more than he likes. So, from a guy that can't take a hit that well, I'd be a little bit sore too. Now you look at this matchup. This matchup is going to come down to Kansas City's defense and Peyton Manning and that high-powered offense over there. We see him throwing it to everybody in the books that he has on that field at any one time. Man, that ball can go to anyone. It's kind of hard to target one guy because he spreads it around so well. And they're running the ball pretty effectively as well. And Kansas City has to be able to do whatever they need to do and make sure that when they have the opportunities to get Peyton Manning off the field on third downs, that they do so. Best way, pass rush. And they have a very, very solid pass rush coming from the ends. Guys are getting there, making plays. And we know that this offensive line has struggled in protecting Peyton Manning. That's going to be a huge, huge key in this game when it comes down to defense and the Broncos offense. Now, Alex Smith just needs to continue to do what he has been. Some people call him a game manager, but he's been doing an excellent job, not turning the football over in critical moments. They've been running the football very effectively. Charles running like a madman, keeping the chains moving, taking time off the clock, being methodical, and we all know that the best offense or the defense against Peyton Manning is a good offense that is going to run the clock down. Who am I taking in this game? I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they go 10-0 because of their defense. Defense will prove to be the difference, getting to Peyton Manning, razzling him a little bit, and getting the job done and closing it out, making Andy Reid and Alex Smith 10-0 at the end of the day. So now we're going to look at some other action around the league on Sunday. One early game, the rest of them are late games. First, we're going to look at the Jets and Bills. Jets have been doing pretty well. Defense for Rex Ryan has been playing well. Geno Smith has had his ups and downs, of course, but he's won more games than he's lost. The Bills struggling. Rotation of quarterbacks. I believe E.J. Manuel is coming back. I think that's going to help their offense. We know what E.J. has done over the past. I'm just not sure his first game back that they're going to be able to get the win. I'm going to have to pick the Jets in this one. They're on a roll, and I think they can keep it going. Next game, 4-5 Browns, 6-4 Bengals. We know what Andy Dalton's been doing all season long. They had a tough loss against the Ravens. Probably should have never had to come down to that, but it did. They lost. But I'm going to take the Bengals in this one. I say they rebound. They're definitely a better team than the Cleveland Browns. We go on, look at the Chargers, 4-5. The Dolphins, 4-4. A lot of stuff going on. We didn't think that they would come out and play the way they did against Tampa Bay. I know it's Tampa Bay, And I know that Tampa Bay gave them a fight, but the thing of it was they stayed in the game. They never quit. They never gave up, and they were able to get a win. They are going to be at home. And I think that with this Chargers team so up and down, very inconsistent, they can probably still win. But I'm going to take the Chargers here. I think it's a better team. Phillip Rivers is playing excellent, and I think they can close the deal. Look at the next game, Seahawks and Vikings. Well, no one thought that the Vikings were going to do what they did to the Washington Redskins, and let me tell it. And I think it was more of a lack of finishing than them playing well, but they got the win. We know what Adrian Peterson does. Seahawks, though, very, very tenacious defense. I see them doing whatever they have to do to shut down Adrian Peterson and make Christian Ponder beat them. We know he's not going to do that. I'm going to take the Seahawks in this game. Now, last but not least, Packers 5-4, Giants 3-6. This is a really, really, really easy and very winnable game for the Giants. Packers coming in with a guy who sounds like cough syrup and Tolzini, whatever, some third-string quarterback, and yet they didn't keep VY. The life of me, I don't understand that. But they're going to be starting that guy. We saw what he did last week. Really, a team in Philadelphia they probably should have beaten. Giants have a very good opportunity. Their defense isn't that great. I think the key there is Lacy. If they can do that, I think the Packers can win. I'm going to take the Packers in this game because of the run game and the Giants' poor defense, but don't be surprised if the Giants sneak up and get a win. That's the look around the league on Sunday. Now let's take a look at our Monday night matchup. We're going to look at the 7-2 Patriots and the surprising 6-3 Carolina Panthers. Now, if we looked back 3 weeks ago, we probably wouldn't think that this matchup down the road was going to be any good at all. But man, the Panthers have reeled off 5 straight wins, flexing their defensive muscles, allowing the NFC's fewest points in games. Very, very good stuff for them coming into this game. We look at Brady and company, Amendola getting Gronk back, starting to see them getting a bit of a groove, despite not having so-called talent on the outside. I think Dobbs and the other receivers have contributed pretty well, and he's found them. He's tried to have trust in them, and at times they have made some big plays for them. But I think the Carolina Panthers defense has an opportunity to make something happen. The key is not allowing Amendola to pick you apart and allow Gronk to run those routes that he likes to run. I mean, overall, you can't allow him to get behind your defense, getting up the middle, down those seams where Brady likes to throw to Gronk, and getting big plays, getting big chunk plays. If they can limit that and stop the run, they have a really good shot. Now, granted, Cam Newton on the other side of the ball, they're going to have to run the ball well, they're going to have to protect him well, and Cam's going to have to make sound decisions with the football. That means guys like Steve Smith and company have to do their jobs. Olsen, these guys have to do their jobs and be able to get open and give Cam Newton an open target. It's going to be a great game. It is very, very hard for me to pick against Belichick. Noticed he said in some of his comments, Geno Smith he's seen E.J. Manuel. So they feel like they're going to see some of the same plays that they've seen from these like quarterbacks like Cam Newton. That's nice. It's nice. But Cam Newton's a big boy, and he bulldozes folks. Now, running's not his forte, but when he does, he's very effective. He's a big man. I know Belichick and Brady is like 13-4 on Monday night games or something like that. But I'm going to go with the upset pick, and I'm going to pick the Carolina Panthers to win 6 straight, go to 7-3, and start flexing their muscles in the NFC South. Thanks for watching the show, guys. We appreciate it. Again, comment on the bottom of the show. You got something to say? We'll keep the dialogue going. You want to talk about something? You want to hear something talked about on this show? Shoot an email, straightshootingst@gmail.com. We'll discuss it right here. Remember, you watch this show for a reason. Ain't no drama. We ain't trying to spend nothing. We're just looking at it, telling it, and calling it like we see it. So subscribe to the show. Again, baby, this is Straight Shooting Sports Talk.